Okay, how we doing out there? First things first. Oh, the sun's coming out. That's good. First things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using Ambient Light Rejection Technology Gain. Today we start part one. Part one. Hopefully, we get all this knocked out in no time at all, and then I'll be done. Done, I tell you, done. So we start the process. As you can see, everything's being cleaned out of here to doing a ceiling projection screen. Cannot get this thing to go right for nothing. Oh, darn it. All right, whatever. I got to fight with my stand here a bit. It's got a mind of its own. It just does not want to work with me right now. I'm going to set you over by this water bottle while I fight with this stand. That's what's going on with you today. And work, darn it. All right, and doing two projects at the same time. So we're doing the ceiling and we're going to do the outdoor deck. As you can see, I got my pillars already set up right there, already good to go. Right out there, oh, you can see them, can you? There you go, already set up 1 and 2. That's going to be set up pretty soon. So I got for the tarp to get here to get that project started. But we're going to start taping off the wall now and getting ready for part 2. Yeah, I hate mirrors. I hate mirrors. If you notice, if you look around in my house, there's no mirrors. I hate freaking mirrors. You ever seen that movie called Mirrors? That's what did it for me. Of course, I got a bathroom mirror, but that's about as far as it goes. But that's the biggest mirror we have here. That's why that giant curtain over top of it, because it freaks me out. Anyway, I have to get ready to start. And at first, I wasn't going to do a live demonstration. I'm not painting the screen on today because I don't have enough paint. I literally have to order more base to it because it's going to take a gallon to knock this thing out, and I don't have a gallon to knock it out. All my orders are done. I just have to order some more stuff. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting tape job. So the mirror is there. So the mirror is going to have to be plastic wrapped. And then all this is going to just have to be plastic wrapped all the way around. So I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to go in here and do what I need to do. And that's basically about it. So let's see if I can figure out exactly where my roll of tape went. So I can begin the process of getting this done. I got to sweep behind my sofa. Look at a freaking nightmare behind here. Oh, I was trying to find this thicker frog tape, but for some reason it's available on Amazon, but they want something like $40 for it, and I used to pay $7 for it. So I don't know how we get $40 out of this. But I don't know. Everybody's gouging. Everybody wants more money. They want to gouge. Gouge. Over there, check it out. Mr. Petty Eddie is checking me out. Petty Eddie. Not y'all guys. Petty Eddie. So I got this fellow in my neighborhood who's obsessed with his lawn. Every day he's out there always adding something to it. Thank God he's not adding lawn furniture to it, lawn ornaments to it, because it would look like a freaking nightmare. But other than that, he's out there always working on it. And I guess he's got to be the pride and joy of the neighborhood. Everybody has to bow to him. No one can have anything better than Petty Eddie. So Petty Eddie does not like me because I have projection screens in my backyard and he doesn't. This makes Petty Eddie upset, which I don't care. As long as Petty Eddie minds his business and stays to himself, we don't have any problems. So all you got to do, Mr. Petty Eddie, stay to yourself. So I'm just taping under the mirror right now. Just want to get it as close as I possibly can. So he's a bit curious because he saw me out there putting my pillars out there. He's like, what is he building? What is he building now? I have to know. You don't have to know. It's none of your business I'm going out there. Alright, so thank God he doesn't live next to me. My neighbors that live next to me are pretty quiet, which I like them. So take this up right. Get this as close to the edge as I possibly can. Now this right here along this area, it's gonna have to be hit with a paintbrush. And I got a paintbrush in it. This corner is gonna be paintbrush. Sorry, I just trailed over a spider just a few minutes ago. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm kind of working here. Make sure I get that corner really good. This one's going to be a bit interesting. The one I did over at the other house, the one I did at the other house was a little easier because all I had to do was just basically just paint a square on the wall. I'm literally doing the entire ceiling black with this 12 technology. Whew. The corners I'm not worried about. I'm going to make sure I just get everything covered in here. This is heavy. Took it apart. This area's going to be a little bit weirded out. Got a chair here. Oh, the sun's coming out. That's beautiful. See, I won't be outside today. I'll be inside all day today. All right. Let me make sure I got this checked out here. We don't want to sit like the last time. No one needs to see that. All right. Make this right up against that line. Right up in there. I gotta order my lid lights too because I'm gonna lid light this strip right along here. Real nice. Now this is pretty much ink area, but sometimes this area is a little bit, has a little bit of kind of a hilly kind of, this wall isn't perfectly flat. So just have to put some other areas up there to bridge it up a little better. I have to go over that. Got 2 rolls of this just in case. Go. That's much better. Shit's nice and smooth. I'm going to go way back around this again. Whew. Man. Who would be calling me? I'm not going to answer the call. I'm going to have to take this call. I'll be on the middle of a video demonstration, but I have time to call. I have a live right now. I'm going out for a second. Right now, the camera's in the other room. I'm actually doing my show with black technology. to take that business call. Usually when I get calls overseas, we got a lot of customers that are calling overseas. They can't get the product. So we can't ship out overseas. So they're buying the product and they're having to ship to a U.S. resident. And then they're basically residents shipping it over to their country. So that's another order right there for the day. So we gotta get that one. So that means whatever orders that are coming today, I gotta get this knocked out and that knocked out and everything done. So I should have all this wrapped up today. And then Thursday I got the screen coming in, I got Chrissy coming in, some other projectors coming in. So it's gonna be a little crazy, but I cannot wait to get this done. This is gonna be fun. All right, let's get back up here and let's finish this. So we're going to do this in segments. We're trying to do this in only two, like in part 1 and part 2. That's pretty much about it. So we're just going to do the tape up today. Treat it like a crime scene. Tape it up. Apparently see. Some of this doesn't even hit evenly. This ceiling, between the ceiling and the wall is like really uneven. I'm really not hitting that right up against it. I killed it off twice. Bit of a dip in there. What I'll do is I'll just come back over with it with a little frog tape and redo it. That area again. Right up on that area. There we go. I had somebody asked me about the canopy. They were like, okay, so if you put the canopy in, how are you going to barbecue? Technically, I don't barbecue because the smoke pretty much messes with my breathing issues, so I don't barbecue anymore. So that doesn't happen. So, the barbecues are out there for decoration. That's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure the person who I'm actually buying the house for is going to basically appreciate the barbecue because they'll get a kick out of it. They'll barbecue pretty much probably every day going now. Nope. I'm not going to use them. I bought them, I did use them at one point, but the smoke started to wreak havoc on my breathing, and I just couldn't do it anymore, so I gave it up. I don't like gas. I can't stand gas. I can't stand it, but gas feels kind of dangerous to me. I won't use it. Some people prefer gas, but I won't use gas. All right, so we're chugging along pretty good. Let's, the whole entire screen's going to be covered in plastic. I hope I got enough plastic. If not, I'm going to order some more. Let's get this corner area right here. I should almost right all the way around. Second coat's coming. The second coat's going to be a little easier to put on because right now it's just getting right up against this edge. I would have taken the screen down, but got a huge window behind that, and it points in the direction of Petty Eddie. Petty Eddie always wants to know what I'm up to. Like, he's in there doing this, and he's in there. He used to live here. He used to live here. We was actually, the people who had this place, they're good friends with Petty Eddie. And Petty Eddie, I hate to give him that nickname, I really do. But he kind of like earned that nickname. He got that nickname, he earned it. That jerk called the police on me. Literally called the police on me. Because I was out front, I had my screen out there, and I was doing a demonstration. The music wasn't that loud. And I thought it was the old lady across the street that did it, but it wasn't her. It wasn't her. And the only people I talk to in the neighborhood are the people next door. And there's a fellow who walks his Rottweiler. I talk to him, that's it. Only a few people I talk to. And there's a woman next door with her kids, I talk to them over there. Real nice people over there. The neighbor's pretty quiet, everybody minds their, well, I can't say mind their own business. That's another statement that's meant to be challenged. But anyway, so he's like, he's got to have the best of everything. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the guy's an amazing gardener. He is an amazing freaking gardener. His outside looks immaculate. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful job. It is. But, yeah, he probably doesn't have a lick of freaking hay fever. I don't know how he does it. I get out there and something blows on me, man. I'm going to sneeze. I'm like, there's no freaking tomorrow. I'm going to be snorting pepper all day. But his setup is beautiful. This guy does lighting. He does everything. He had to do some kind of landscaping because the front of the house is gorgeous. It does. But He's just a little arrogant. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm a bit arrogant sometimes. Yeah, okay. Touche. But anyway, but I just feel that there's always some competition. So I had that screen set up, and then people were coming out, and they were looking at the screen, and they weren't paying attention to his guard. And next thing you know, I have 5 sitting there in my driveway telling me, sir, you need to turn that down a little bit. And they're real nice. The cops, officers are really cool. They came out, they're real nice. I have any problems, and nobody tried to come in here and crack my head open. They're really cool. They came out, and the officer was more talking about the screen than anything else. Like, so, what do you do for a living? Like, you do this for a living? Like, so. Do you sell these? And so, you know? Probably wants to set something up in his backyard for his kids or something. So, we were talking more about the screen than Mr. Eddie. I think Eddie thought I was going to get a citation or something. Maybe a citation or a fine or something. And it didn't happen. But, you know, he's been here longer than I have. I'm just passing through. So he's been here longer than I have, so I don't really sweat it. It's no big deal. No getting upset over Petty Eddie. Just, you know, he's been here longer and he feels he has to, you know, this is his stomping grounds. I don't care. I'm just here just to do what I need to do, and then after that I'm going to disappear. That's all. So I don't do the projection screens out front anymore. I just doing them in the back. That's where I'm at. And I can blast my music as loud as I want because no one bothers me back there. Or on my deck. That's when I do it up there. I feel so bad when I say on my deck. When I'm mistranslating it the wrong way. What does he keep saying? Why does he keep saying that? It's so gross. I'm actually talking about an actual deck. An actual deck. So, there we go. 55 bitch. All the way across this bad boy. All the way around. It's been nice having a black ceiling. I always wanted the whole ceiling to be black. I couldn't do the other house that I was in, but I could do the basement. But I couldn't do the other house because, you know, like I said, I was passing through here. I'm actually planning to buy this place, so kind of really just to make a difference what I do in here because I'm buying it anyway. So, you know, and then the people I'm actually going to be getting this place, I told them I was painting the ceiling black, and they were like, oh, they know it's going to be something crazy. So they were like, go ahead, do whatever you need to do here because, you know, they know I'm going to leave it just the way it is when I leave out of here. Unfortunately, the house I was living in, I had this massive screen in there. The owner came in and saw the screen. They were blown away by it. They were asking me to leave it there when I left. Oh, I left nothing, man. I actually freaking wiped that screen clean. You wouldn't even know there was a screen in there. Took everything down, everything. That's the house that almost killed me. The house that almost killed me. Almost killed me. But I'm still here. I'm still standing. Alright, so you're going to be doing, keep in mind, I mean, for me, I think when I get my other house, I'm doing the entire ceiling. I'm going to do it myself. I could pay somebody. It depends on how high the ceilings are. Some houses I looked at some really freaking crazy high ceilings. And so maybe paying somebody to paint my own. That's weird. Paying somebody to paint my own screen paint on my ceiling. That's what I want you to do, Jack. No. We don't need to use all that. We don't need all that technical stuff. We don't need any of that. Just go down to the dollar store and get some cheap rollers. Insult him like this. Just some cheap rollers. That's all we need. Cheaper the better. It doesn't really make a difference if what you use. Some people think you have to have a special kind of roller. Special roller. Special. Man, these walls are really uneven. I don't even need the walls to work. They're not bad, it's just little walls. And this will give me a chance to dust some of this crown molding, because I got crown molding here and here, all through the area. That's some crown molding here. So it'll give me a chance to dust some of this stuff. I haven't cleaned it in a while. Alright, so let me show you how far we're at right now on this. So, alright, so we got it all the way over from there. This right here, I think that was a doorbell. Doesn't work. That's got to be plastic. The mirror right there has got to be plastic. Those posters don't come down. They're definitely being plastered. Plastered, whatever. The giant screen, yeah, I'm draping this with plastic. You know what? I'm just going to do the whole freaking wall with some plastic. That's all. I'm just going to do it that way. Yeah, I'm just going to do the whole wall. I'm going to do all the walls in here. I'm just going to drape it all in plastic in here. There's no point, because I'm going to get paint. It's going to splatter. And then the floor, of course, I'm going to have to do the floor, cover over my chairs, everything here. Like I said, treat it like a crime scene. And then when I'm done, I can just, and I got to do a little handiwork of painting around that. I'm actually going to remove that out. I'm going to put a darker one in there, so it blends better with my screen. Or I just might leave the lights on, which I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Oh, I forgot. You guys are supposed to be back here. You're too close up. Over there. I don't know if you can see too much of that. Doo-doo. I'll try to bring it as best I can. Alright. It's cheaper than optic fiber lighting. Optic fiber lighting. It's a lot cheaper than that. It's very costly to do optic fiber lighting. I like this much better because I can change my scenery at will. Having a heat wave, tropical heat wave. Just the part that drives me a little bit nutty. Just trying to get up because it's not this perfectly flat wall. It's a little easier to do, but it's not perfectly flat. There we go. Actually, we'll do it here. Once you get this part in, then everything else is easy. Everything else is a cakewalk. It's just getting this part right here that has to be done. And this is the part that's a little nutty. Just get as close as you possibly can. I'm going to make sure you don't hit the wall. So I just put a little lip in, just a little bit of a lip, just in case. And any part that's a little bit, the plaster is not connecting directly to the wall or whatever, it's a little wavy in there. Just put a little piece of it along the edge. Right up in there. There we go. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with it. Yes. Whew. It's interesting that I'm doing all this and I'm not going to be living here. Somebody else is going to be living here. My friend's going to be living here. She's going to be living here. So I'll do, when I get my place, I think what I'm going to do, when I do my ceiling in my place, I think what I want to do is I want to do layers. So I'm going to have the ceiling come out a little bit, like one area here and a little bit here and a little bit here, kind of like that, and then paint it so it looks like when it hits it, like there's layers to it. That's what I may do to mine. I think I might do it that way. And I'll probably be using, knowing me, I might use a 4K projector. Definitely not using laser, because you don't want to be walking over top of this bad when you get hit with it. I'll probably use 4K. Never again. Alright, let's finish talk and get going. Down from here, I got much work to do today. Finished up. Never, that's the thing about it, man. I can never have a day where I'm bored. I'm always something's kicking in my head. I was not even planning to do this to begin with until I did that demonstration testing on the projector to see how it was going to react and look when I put the canopy outside. I'm thinking like, man, it looks incredible on the ceiling. I have to do one in here because keep in mind, winter time is coming. I'm not going to be out there in the winter time with a projector doing any demonstration. That's just not going to happen. I'm going to damage my cooling level. So I've got to utilize this. No better way to utilize it than to bring one inside. And I'm thinking, okay, this is just going to be another project for me to take on. This is what keeps me sane. Right here is what keeps me sane. You know, just figuring out different ways to use the screen paint. You don't have to use it for movie screens if you don't want to use it for other things. Some people use it for background effects for plays and shows and stuff like that because you can change out the scenery without the need of having somebody come in and basically move all kinds of props. You just change it out by just going in and just changing the images out. And you can put live moving images on the back of your background. Now, that's pretty easy to set up because some people say, well, then you're going to have the projector. You're going to have the projectors, people walking in the way of the projector, and that's going to cast a shadow, and that's not going to work. No. You use all ultra short though projectors. That's how you do it. Anytime you do any form of stage performance, just say this is the background of the stage right here. Right here. That's the background of the stage. And what you do is, oh man, I have to show blueprints on that. I built one, actually showed somebody how to do it. All you're doing is you're just building a little tiny house that comes from here, down to here, and down to here. You set the projectors into their short throw, just enough for them to be able to hit the screen. And it's like a little tiny, like a housing right here. That keeps anybody from bumping into or kicking over the projectors or anything. And it just hits right here. Boom, 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 boom. Nobody can walk in front of it because the short throw projectors are sitting literally right up on top of the screen. So that's how they do it. You can also mount them to the top. You can mount the projectors to the top. You can have them set up that way. It's another easier way of doing it. So you can have them on the floor. You can just mount them to the top. And they use all ultra short though projectors because no one can walk in front of the scenery if the projector is literally sitting right up on top of the background. And that's how that's done. And keep in mind, you can change the background. Instead of you having like trying to do a medal of maybe doing a cowboy, I don't know, play or whatever, and you want the scenery to come to life, you can actually have live cattle moving back and forth in the background. See, so many things you can do with it. And the beautiful thing about it is because it is black technology, if you're using gray or white, the stage lights, all that stuff, it's going to wash the screen out. You want something that's going to cloak into it. Okay, let's see. Oh, a little bit more dough. Just one little spot here. We're not even done yet. I suggest the nitty gritty, the hard part. Alright, I'm happy with that. I can always check back on it. So let's see, what do we got to do here? We got plastic, right? Let me see if I got some plastic. I got some plastic around here somewhere. I know I bought me some plastic. Treat it like a crime scene, people. All right, spooky mirror. I hate mirrors. I hate them. Gosh, I hate mirrors. Probably gonna have to buy some more of this. I don't think I'm gonna have enough to cover my screen, but I think I'm gonna have enough to do a spooky mirror. With this. I can make that. Surprising, only one roll to get this done, because I thought it was going to take two. At the most, only one. This is way bigger than my 35-inch screen. I need my doorway open, so a little tab here. I need my doorway open. Man, I'm going to be doing a video And then people are not going to realize why I taped up this area. I hope they get the idea I'm painting in here. And I don't want to think it's like, oh, it's some kind of hazmatic zone. Like, no. How many areas? You know, it's see, where did I struggle with this? There we go. All right, let's come over here. I can clean my the back of my sofa. It is filthy back here. Found that right. I didn't know that behind here. Same thing goes if you're painting your screen. The screen's 135 inches. So if you're spraying a 135-inch screen in your home, you're going to have to cover everything in plastic. Because keep in mind, when you paint, there's a residue that comes down out of those paint sprayers, like a little cloudy mist. And it will be on everything. If you have kids, I don't have any kids or any dogs or anything, so no pets or anything like that, so, you know, it's just me. But kids have a habit of constantly touching stuff and licking their fingers. And that's something you gotta make sure that you keep that area clean, because like I said, that will become a problem later on. So, you know, just think about that before you spray a screen inside your home. If you got kids or pets and stuff around, you gotta make sure you clean all that residue up. You don't think about that at all. I'm not saying you don't think about it. Some people do think, some people don't think about it. You gotta think about it. And you're gonna leave a residue everywhere. So if you got a big screen, take it outside and paint it. You won't fit through your doorway, roll it. Roll it up. Oh, come on, man. Like, really? Like, we're going to go down that road, man. Seriously. I'm just going to tape this to go into the opposite direction of where it's not supposed to go. Right. So make sure that's all taped up pretty good, because once I push this sofa back, I don't want to go back behind here again. So this area right here is going to have to be done with a paintbrush. Yes, I always tell you to not paint your screen with paintbrushes, but this is not a projection screen. It's going to be used for visual. Only visual effects only. I may show a movie off this just for kicks and giggles, but main purpose of this is basically just to show some form of abstract visual effect on my ceiling. That's what it's for. That's all. You know, so I really don't care if I use a paintbrush on here. Just have to be getting those corners really good. All right, there we go. The thing is, plastic was cheap. It was like $7. So you can't beat that, $7. All right. Any work that goes into doing it, but it's worth it at the end. Okay, come on now. Really? Just lost it that fast? So hopefully my lamp gets here today. Let's see if that happens, because I had a funny feeling I'm not going to get this lamp. I've had a problem ordering it. Just had problems just getting this lamp into this projector. I'd really like to have that. And it's supposed to be here today. All right, so that part right there, we just got to bring it out a little bit. Wash it off. Alright, so just tape it all the way down to the bottom. That's basically it. Let me grab a pair of scissors and start trimming this a little. See how much I got of this left? Shoot. Right there. It's going to be a raggedy cut from hips between really raggedy cut. Hold on a minute. Make it a lot more easier for me. There we go. That'll work. Just lay down to the ground. Cool. Got plenty of it left over right there. Not worried about too much behind the back of this because this is going to be pushed up against this. Well, actually, no, it's not going to push up against this because I still got to cover the sofa, but I can cover some of the floor and the sofa with this. Or just try to get something big enough, like a 20 by 20 feet, drape this whole entire area, the floor and everything, and just tape the floor down a little bit. Keep it out to the floor. Just come over, just taping some areas down it, so. I actually kind of missed a huge major spot. So I'm going to have to go over here and I'm going to have to fix this mess real quick. Because I need to take it all the way across so nothing hits the mirror. Kind of missed a major spot in there. So I'm just going to make sure I get this. This is supposed to be over that, like so. So let me just make sure I got this covered up much better. It's going over here. That's the whole purpose of putting the plastic up, so we don't nail the mirror. There we go. That's beautiful. It'll work. This whole area right here, I'm going to be tapping the wall quite a bit because I got to use a paintbrush in this section right here. I might use a paintbrush and then go over with a really short roller just to smooth it out a little bit. Good. So smoothed out. So I'll go looky over here. I think I'm just going to take the other half and just cover up the screen. These little odds and end areas are going to be pretty easy to do anyway. My air conditioner, I'm trying to burn it up in here. Okay. Make sure we got that pretty good. I'll just cover this up with something. We just run some plastic across there and down here to get here. Alright, so that's one section. That's done. This is far the biggest wall we have. Let's go over here and let's knock out the screen area. So now we have all that's done over there. The rest of this is going to be pretty easy to do. Just want to get the larger areas done first. So we'll start over here. So I'm just going to have to tape and just go to the very top. Rotate that way. Tear off more than I need. More damage to tear up the this right here in the corner. Oh, that's good. Didn't go anywhere, did it? It's supposed to stick right on the wall. I have enough wall. Pull it out. Better. So far in. This side. I'm just going to go over this side. Just bring it all the way across. Over there. Let's see what I did wrong. Possibly messed this up. Right, I'm going to loop a little bit. Put up a piece of tape for a little bit. Easy to do. Quite better than the other side did. This side was a little bit more complicated on this side. Believe I even had breakfast yet? No breakfast yet. This is like the first thing. No breakfast at all. Period. I really gotta start eating when I get in the morning. This is very unhealthy. I should really eat when I get in the morning. But that's one of the bad habits I had. The first minute I get up is for a minute to just start work. Excited to start work. I was so excited to get my parts in so I can finish off my screen out there. Kind of working on two different projects at the same time. And I still have to do the paint on demonstration outside on the 12 to replace the 8 that's showing up in the trailer on the YouTube. So that still has to be done. I haven't finished that one yet, so that has to be done. And right now it's going to rain today, so I got to postpone that for another time. I enjoy being busy. It's the only way to go. In the day I can sit there and play my Dungeon Defenders and just sit down and relax. Thank the Lord for allowing me to get up and do this. Every morning, it's always something different. But if you come to my channel, it's always something different. We're going to do the same thing over and over again. It gets boring. Got to do something different. Different ways to utilize the screen paint. Wow, that was fast and quick. So I just got this one area here, but I'm not worried about that because I'm just going to pop on Amazon tonight and just order 7 more. So I need a little bit more to cover this and this right here and here. That should be easy. And then I'm just going to cover this, and this, and blam, done. I'm just going to get like probably about 3 more. These are 10 by 20s. So I'm going to get 3 more 10 by 20s and then do the floor. And that's basically about it. And then I'm finished. I don't have anything that came today. Any more orders that came today? What are you doing? Like you got nothing better to do. I don't know about you guys, but I got this jerker that comes to my house. He wants to fill out these census forms. I'm not filling that out, man. For what? You can know exactly how many people live in my household. What do you need that for? What information is that actually needed for? I mean, maybe it's just my theory, but that's just my theory, but so we need it. So bottom line, we can know how many people live in your household so we can keep a count on everybody on the planet. Well, gee whiz, let's just bring out GPS tracking devices and just chip everybody. I mean, you don't need to know that. They didn't have it when my mother was coming up. They didn't have it when my father was coming up. Why do we need it now? You don't need to know where I'm at and what I'm doing. It's bad enough cell phones can be tracked, especially the iPhone. Sorry, but yeah, you can trace an iPhone just like that. That's why people like them. I mean, you drop your phone, you automatically got a GPS on you. They can track you, yeah, easily on those phones. Yeah, I do without that. Siri and all that crap, I don't need it. You know what I mean? You ever like, okay, for instance, like, come on, we all been to this before. You go on eBay or Amazon or someplace and say you're just looking for something like some car, stereo equipment, speakers, whatever, and it just pops up on Facebook, the very same thing you was just looking at about a half an hour later. Or it'll pop up in your email. Or they're tracking your activity to see exactly, you know, what you like to tailor to what you want and so forth and so forth. So this whole census thing, this guy keeps coming to the house. He's determined. And he says, well, you know, I just want you to just fill out the form so we know how many people live here. I should fill it out and put like 5 million. 5 million people live here. But yeah, like, why do you need to know? Why is that such an important thing that you have to know? Government has to know how many people are living in my household. You don't need to know that. That's nothing you don't need to know. It's the way to keep track of everybody on the planet. Some people don't want to be tracked down. They want to be left alone. All right, so we got a good portion of it done for the day. I mean, I'm feeling like crap right now. And I just have to, tomorrow, string up. Well, actually, I can't string it up. I got to coat it tomorrow. So if we don't get any rain tomorrow, I got to be outside to coat this screen because it's big. It's 10 by, the screen that's going over top the deck is going to be around 10 by 12 feet. It's pretty big. So I got to coat that with that invisible technology. Let that dry. Since it's micro mesh, drying time is going to be extremely fast. and then that'll be strung up outside, and then that way I can use my projector over here, boom, to project that image up on top of these outside. And then I can bring it back in here because it's lightweight, and I set it up right over there. That's where I set it up. I might stick my Chromecast underneath there, another Chromecast, because that's easier than dragging around the computer. And then with the Chromecast, I can just set up whatever I want and just randomly go through whatever I want to watch from there. On top of that, my Netflix and all that stuff is hooked up through my Chromecast. So this will be done pretty soon. So if you're curious what these things look like when they're done, you can Google or whatever you're gonna look on YouTube. Look up ceiling projection screen immerse 4K cinema, and you will see the actually screens that we've actually designed with the lights on and everything, floodlights and everything. But I never had the time to put one up on my ceiling, so now I have time. Where else am I going to go? You know, until my case settles, I'm here. So I'm just going to be doing some interesting stuff. And people are like, well, what about the people you rent to? Aren't they concerned? Again, I'm buying their house when I'm done with this, so I'm gonna give them blue book value for it. I'm giving more what the house is worth, so pretty much I can build whatever I want here. But I'm just gonna keep it. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything crazy, like really, really crazy. All right, so the canopy outdoor projection screen is almost complete. As you can see, we got the pillars right there already set up, ready to go. Everything's done. They've all been bolted down. And all we got to do now is just string up the canopy. When it gets here, we'll coat it and then string it up. And then we'll do a movie night out here. We'll do a demonstration here, and we'll do a demonstration up there. It'd be pretty cool. And on top of that, it'd be nice to sit out here in the afternoon and block 90% of the UV that's hitting me every time I come out there. Whew, man, we got a lot to do, don't we? Man, I got the Chrissy projector coming in next week, so that's going to be fun. I got to redo my trailer. There's my movie curtains right there. So I got to redo the trailer for the YouTube channel, and then I got the short throw projector coming in. I bought an Epson 420W, yeah, 420W. That actually has an HDMI on the back of it. Oh man, I'm tired, and I got orders to process today. And okay. Tomorrow, those of you who have been waiting patiently, thank you so much. My driver had a little inconvenience and she couldn't do it on Wednesday, but she's going to do it on Thursday. Those are the last of the packages on the YouTube account. Wow, I'm really tired. Last of the packages, we're done. I got a few other ones to take care of. This is something special, but they'll be done and taken care of today. Don't worry about that. I'm going to be on that today. But these are the last ones on our account, so those will be taken care of on Thursday, which should be tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, right? Yeah, tomorrow. And your tracking numbers will no longer say pre-ship. It will be activated. Next week, we're going to basically launch that special package combo deal. You get all 3 paints for like $209. Keep in mind, we still can't ship this overseas. You know, so sorry about that, but it's going to allow you to get all 3 of them for that price. We're only going to put 20 in per shopping cart. 20 in. It's going to be a special shopper cart. It's a limited shopper cart. It's only 20 per month. That's it. When it's going depleted, that we don't put any more until next month. We got to make those ahead of time. Those actually have to be made ahead of time because I can't confuse those with the other orders. So those are special orders right there. All right, people. I'm going to go eat breakfast. And literally, I'm actually having breakfast. This is usually by the time I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I got a house to maintain. You understand? I got a freaking house to maintain, which means I got to be in the morning. Floors got to be washed. I got to mop down these floors and got to wash dishes, the whole 9 yards, everything you got to do when you take care of a home. It's all stuff I got to do repairs and all that stuff. And then I got my other job I have to do, which is basically as a company and do demonstrations and process paint and orders and design labels and all the other crazy stuff I got to do, and then do these crazy demonstrations right here. And then somewhere around this time I have breakfast, and then after that I chill, and then after that the phone calls come in because I'll get phone calls on this. I'll definitely get a bunch of phone calls on the ceiling because this is fantastic if you have a dedicated theater room. If you have a dedicated theater room, yeah, you can go paint your ceiling black. It's going to look, when you see what it's going to look like, it's going to look absolutely insane. I'll put a few demonstrations at the bottom of the ceiling, black ceiling projection screens that we did, so you can check it out for yourself. All right, with that being said, next time I come on here, we're going to try to finish taping everything up and paint the screen. Because eventually I ran out of plastic. Plenty of tape, no plastic. So we're going to have to do the rest of the tape up and plastic and paint and get it done and out of the way. Oh man, I still got to do that right there. I got to do that fixture right there. So I'll do that later on in the day because I got to get something to eat. All right, thank you all. Got to go and God bless.